What's up everybody, welcome back. This footage from a family trip to Singapore a few years ago, and even though it wasn't planned for a vlog, it's full of some of our best family memories. Today we'll take you through everything we did, from the airport to zoos, gardens and theme parks, and of course all the little food stops in between. I'll share what worked for us as a family, what the kids loved, what parents should know, and at the end we'll reveal our family-friendly tier list to help you plan your visit. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's start our Singapore family adventure. We actually kicked off our trip at the airport, and Jewel was way more than just a layover spot. It was a perfect way for the kids to stretch out their legs after a long flight. Walking around the wide open areas, there was so much space for them to explore safely, and it felt like we weren't rushing straight into sightseeing. There were little attractions like shops and even beautiful indoor waterfall that instantly gave you that wow feeling. The kids loved peeking over the glass floors, running from one area to another, and just being able to breathe after the plane ride. It's one of those spots that work if you're arriving, leaving, or just need a gentle start for your trip. My verdict, worth it. It's great for arrival or departure days, kids can move around safely, and it sets a relaxing tone for your trip. The Singapore Zoo was absolutely incredible. Right at the start, the crocodiles were so close to the path that it feels like you could reach out and touch them. Look at my expression, I was just so shocked. No heavy barriers, just nature right there, which was thrilling and a little bit terrifying. The kids were wide-eyed and amazed. One of the highlights was the elephant show and feeding them afterwards, an experience we'll always remember, and the extra cost? Can you believe it? Only about $5. A really fun part of the day was taking a water park break during lunch. It was a perfect way for the kids to recharge and just have fun, and it showed how much variety the zoo offers. There's a lot to do, so my pro tip is plan which animals or shows you want to see first. You don't want to be exhausted by the end of the day when your kids are about to see their favorites. With all the walking and heat, it's a full day of commitment. But every step feels worth it, from the crocodiles to the elephants, water play to animal encounters. It's an unforgettable family adventure. My verdict, worth it. It's an experience for families, truly one of the best zoo experiences in the world. Next up was the river safari. This one is a little more niche. I'd say it depends on your family's interest. If you're going for the pandas, red pandas, or the majestic manatees, it's really special. But if you're just trying to do all the attractions in one day, it might feel a little smaller experience compared to the zoo or gardens by the bay. We enjoyed the walks through the water, the different themed habitats, and the opportunity to see unique animals. The kids had fun spotting animals they hadn't seen before, and it was quieter than the zoo, which gave a nice relaxed vibe. There's even a little water ride, but mind you, the only thrilling part is right in the beginning. Other than that, it's just a calm ride around. Overall, it's enjoyable, but it's more of an add-on than a must-do. Perfect for your family who loves wildlife and wants to do something a little bit different from the bigger parks. My verdict, it's optional. It's great for animal lovers. Otherwise, it's just a maybe. Of course, our YouTube channel is called Taste and See, so I have to talk about some of our food adventures. In Singapore, the food was a highlight on its own. We had so much variety, especially in the hawker markets. From quick bites to filling meals, the options seemed endless. The kids loved running around trying to find different dishes and seeing all the colors and smells. Singapore is very westernized compared to other Asian cities we visited, which makes things easy when kids were picky. There were familiar spots to grab comfort food, which really helped when they were tired or hungry. A funny moment was seeing an A&W at the airport. It was like a little piece of home after the flight, and it gave everyone a laugh. The food wasn't the main attraction, but it kept everyone happy and energized throughout the day. We also loved stopping at small cafes or snack bars or bakeries near the attractions. It added rhythm to the day and gave parents a little breather while the kids explored. My verdict, it's worth it to go try and find something that you actually like and something different from where you live at home. It adds realism, energy, and fun to the trip. It's great to experience culture at its tastiest. Gardens by the Bay was such a magical contrast to the hectic attractions. Walking around with the kids, we climbed higher and higher through the garden structures. Every time we got to a new level, the kids' excitement was contagious. They loved looking down and seeing how far we had walked. It wasn't just a plain walk around the gardens. There were a few open spaces, winding paths, and little surprises along the way. The kids could explore safely while parents relaxed and took in the views. It's perfect for a calmer day after the zoo or Universal Studios, a nice balance of fun and downtime. My verdict, it's worth it. Beautiful, calm, and a kid-friendly experience. Next up is the aquarium. Honestly, this was such a calm and beautiful break in our trip with our kids. Even though there were a lot of people, the atmosphere inside still felt serene. Some rooms were so quiet and peaceful that it almost forced you to slow down, take a breath, and just be in awe. The displays were stunning. Everything felt so beautifully put together, almost graceful. And the marine life is so super diverse. We're talking about sharks, rays, worms, schools of glowing fish, jellyfish that looked unreal. The kids were running around from one window to the next. And the viewing areas? Wow! You can go from tight glass tunnels to long hallways with fish overhead and all the way with these massive, humongous viewing walls where you can just stand there forever. It's the kind of place where parents can actually get a quiet moment while the kids stare up completely mesmerized. One of the best parts for the kids was the interactive touch area where a staff member gently guided them through touching sea stars. My verdict? Even though it's about a 2 to 3 hour trip, the aquarium is still a calming, visually stunning experience with tons of things to keep kids busy. If your family loves underwater life or just want a beautiful, slower paced break during your Singapore days, this is a good add to your itinerary. Finally, Universal Studios. This was so much fun for the whole family. There's a great mix of rides, attractions, and shows like the Waterworld show. The energy of the park is infectious and there's really something for everyone. The only challenge were the lines. Compared to North American theme parks, I felt that the queues here were longer with less entertainment while waiting, which can be tough with little kids. But once you're in the rides, sights, and experiences make it totally worth it. Overall, it's a lot of fun. Everyone leaves happy, tired, and with great memories. My verdict is worth it. Even compared to USA parks, it's slightly less thrilling, but still a great highlight. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for, our family-friendly Singapore tier list. Starting at the top of the list, our S tier, the absolute must-do, Singapore Zoo. Crocodiles up close, the elephant show, feeding them, the water park lunch break, everything combined made this an unforgettable adventure for the kids and adults alike. Truly a highlight of the trip. Next, A tier, the Universal Studios Singapore. Tons of rides, live shows, and family fun. You'll find something for kids of all ages. B tier goes to Gardens by the Bay. Calmer, a more magical experience, perfect for exploring with kids, climbing the levels and taking in the views. Great for downtime or a relaxing day after bigger attractions. Also in the B tier, we have the Jewel Changi Airport. Perfect for arrival or departure days, giving the kids room to move and explore safely with little attractions to keep everyone entertained. The Aquarium, B tier. Beautiful, serene, packed with marine life, big viewing walls, tunnels, and interactive sea star experience for kids. A peaceful break for busier attractions. Even though it's going to be a 2 to 3 hour trip, it's a good add-on. C tier, more of an optional visit, is the River Safari. It's amazing if you're here for pandas or red pandas, manatees, or other animals that you want to take a look at. The water ride's fun, but after a few minutes and that initial drop, I probably want to get off as soon as possible. However, if you want just something calm, that water ride can be fun. Otherwise, it's more of a side trip than a must-do. And finally, we can't forget the food and the meals. Not technically a tier, but definitely a supporting essential. Keep kids energized, adds variety, makes the day flow a lot better. From hawker markets to familiar spots, it's part of the adventure. So there you have it, our family-friendly Singapore tier list. Whether you're coming along with little ones or just want to plan your days wisely, these rankings should help you decide what to prioritize. Thanks for coming along this trip with us, and if you've been to Singapore, comment below and tell us your favorite spots. We'd love to hear from you about your adventures. Blessings and peace, everyone, and I'm out.